Hello, everybody, and welcome to the show. Sorry about the delayed start. I hope everything is good. I hope everything's going fine for him. But last second, Messi said that he couldn't make it. For whatever reason, he might show up later on. We don't know. But he did tell us really, really last second, so I thought it'd be funny to grab a... Oh, God. That picture looks old. Like, Messi looks 16. In that picture.
He looks really young, I just noticed.
Like, he looks so young, and the quality of that picture is so low, just like the quality of Messi's entertainment. I mean, it just makes me happy. We have to, yeah.
Hey, last session he stepped up his game.
What'd he do?
He actually talked about his character's backstory a little bit.
Oh, that's not stepping up his game. That's giving you a little bit of development. You know, he's tantalizing, just a little bit. Just a little bit. All right. Hi, everybody. I hope you're all doing well. Did anybody visit PAX East? Anybody in chat? I imagine Rena and Tyler did not visit PAX East. Since
PAX East is right now.
That's what I'm saying.
It's going on right now, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
No, but people would be home at the moment. You're not going to be home at PAX East at 10 p.m. So I was like, hey, what's anybody go there? Anybody have fun? No? Maybe?
They'd be at parties.
I wish. I want to play Animal Crossing.
I mean, if you want, you can just like walk your neighbor's dogs across the road.
I have a dog. She's right here. Well, she is. Come here.
Is this your dog or is this somebody else's dog?
This is my dog.
Oh, okay. You did bring your dog. Okay, cool.
Right
cool,
back,
cool.
come here. She goes with me wherever I go. She's not listening. Come here.
It'd beat it. And you know what? Honestly, if the dog's not listening, take off a leg.
She's already missing one.
See? That's what happens when you don't listen.
There she is, just barely.
You guys,
Listen.
confirmed. You heard it here. She confirmed when her dog doesn't listen, she severed a leg.
I did no
Don't-
such thing.
Don't start putting that thought in people's heads. There's enough riots over a person taking a cat over their head.
I mean,
Damn.
I still haven't seen the video, but I'm just saying cats are worth throwing. They make great footballs. I do not condone this behavior. Always treat animals well, but talk about doing mean things because it's funny, right? It's comedy, people. It's comedy.
Comedy, he says. Kind of like how Cryptic's in chat, like, no, she didn't.
No, she didn't. What? She didn't listen.
I think
agree.
the lag. We're talking about the lag here.
Mm-hmm.
They think they just heard your leg comment.
I mean, Cryptic's also a little slow. I don't know if you know who Cryptic is, but he's kind of a slow boy. He usually is. I mean, he's a damn slow typer. Slow to respond to most things. Don't worry about him.
Comedy, he goes.
Honestly, Cryptic is
Comedy.
probably watching on a cell phone. Which the lag there is terrible. It's like 30 seconds about. But anyways, so let's pick up where we left off last time. Rena, I know you were just discombobulated while you were trying to fix your camera because you're clearly not in your usual streaming zone. I think you were put in the basement. Oh, hello. Thank you so much, Oklo, for the bitty bit drop. Thank you very much, sir. Also, Oklo, I did make you and Silencio VIP. There's a few others I ended up making VIP, but not Mem, though. Definitely not Mem. Rena, where did we leave off last time? Jack and Mortifer. Oh, man, baby.
I remember now. So, I was just getting healed from that giant like wound that that she had from that last battle that we had.
There's an awesome image drawn by Chad.
Yeah, that was so sick. I loved that. It was Matt.
Yeah, Matt.
Mm-hmm. He's so talented. So that was going on, and we were kind of having our meeting with Laszlo and Nightingale, and coming up with like a game plan in terms of why we're here, what we're doing. And I think that we finally figured out a plan. We decided to kind of take control over Momley by force.
And the army said they were going to buy all the items off of us that we didn't need at top dollar because they're rich as hell.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, the army said that.
Well,
they
the
would do
military,
that.
the 8 military people from Tazendale, right?
Yeah.
Huh. No,
Yeah.
Those very, very wealthy, that very wealthy army, that force. Is one not to be reckoned
just
with.
8 of them.
Yep.
And so we decided to make a spectacle of it as well. to take out the three, different heads of Momley.
Mm-hmm.
So we got to kidnap them, do a public execution to try to gain favor of the people and build an army.
1 max of 2 public execution. We're going to remove the accountant subtly.
Yeah, that was kind of like the
gotcha.
earlier plan. Mm-hmm.
Gotcha. That's about where we were. We all kind of went our separate ways. I think Ophios was planning on getting weapons from, it's another city, right? Through the help of his snake friend.
Yeah, so that was, I think he actually already had that conversation. All that already took place. So it's just a matter of getting the results for that conversation being had. So as you had said.
The quotes, the needs from the people that would supply.
Exactly. So, really the next big step that you need to do, aside from finding out what kind of contacts that Nightingale will be able to provide for you, what kind of people that she could get to lend a degree of aid or expertise in the situation, trustworthy enough folks for the situation that you're getting yourself into. Beyond that, the next big thing that you need to do, as Rena just said, was, and Tyler added on to, was separating the accountant from everybody else, getting them to leave the town. So you can, days in advance before your actual strike, because they won't necessarily know that anything happens to it. Because it's not like they do routine, like, okay, I'm 3 days out. All right, I made it. I'm 7 days out. They don't do anything like that, right? So
because ultimately we're trying to get it all done simultaneously, so to speak.
Except for that one guy. Yep.
Except for the one guy, yeah. Because we want to just kind of strike and then, yeet ourselves out of here.
She said yeet.
Mm-hmm.
And it did not sound unnatural. Nope.
Yeet.
I'm going to yeet some pizza.
No, that's not right.
No? You don't eat pizza?
I had In-N-Out.
Yeet is throwing.
You like throwing up? In-N-Out?
No.
I mean, if I had In-N-Out, I'd probably be throwing up too.
Oh.
So
that's the act.
back to the game. Sorry. I know I'm
We need
terrible.
Messi here for OK Boomer.
I was gonna say it, but it doesn't feel right coming out of my mouth.
Yeah,
He's
'cause
got to be the one.
The three of us are all millennials, I believe. I think he's the only true kiddo.
He's the only Gen Z.
Yeah, that poor little boy, that child.
Well, with this picture,
term rewards. That's right. You guys got to give them some fortune's favors and whatnot. They're gonna need the help. So my apologies. Going back to what we were talking about, so the plan was for you guys to separate him from the rest of them, to actually have that be your task here. Now, obviously, you have access to lending some sort of aid. Now, what's her name there? Nightingale is willing to give you guys information, but nothing's given for free. So you have the choice. You can do things like you can provide information in exchange for her, because she's willing to do that way, or you can try to call on a favor, because you guys do have your favors. As a matter of fact, I believe you have 8 favors for the month, so you can always try to call.
Yeah, we haven't used any, have we?
I don't think we've used a single one.
Correct. So you have 8
and we're
favors
still in February.
Yeah. This is the last episode of February, too.
So
we got to use all of them.
You guys always remember them, like when you have blow the load. So you can always call in favors to get like information from her about maybe ways that you can lure the person out of there, so on and so forth.
There was actually another thing that was mentioned, and it was kind of when we cut out, was the fact, have you guys reached out to Cursefold? Ophio said something about Cursefold to Nightingale about asking for assistance from them sending people or anything.
Oh, yeah. I don't know why specifically Curse Vault would send people, though. Oh, because that's where you met the original... Gotcha. Sorry, my apologies for aid. The issue there is... Curse Vault is pretty far away. I mean, each hex is, what, something like 16 miles or something like that? And you guys are a good distance from there, and through mountains and whatnot. So even just sending word to them... 23 times 16, that's a good distance away. Getting word there, then mobilize and come back, or if it's two-way communication, you're going to be waiting a very long period of time to have any form of reinforcement to take place. So you're welcome to, of course, send word. I think you already did ask, and she already did send word. But if you're waiting for a response, it's going to be very delayed.
We'll probably, I mean, we won't hear from them probably until we are long gone, right?
Correct. Yeah. No, well, that's if you end up leaving. Yeah. Until you're long gone, like you said.
What I imagine we would have done with Yondas's expertise is send a coded message with one writer and send a cipher with another for just that coded message.
Oh, yeah. Yep. No, that's fine. You know what I mean? You would use the appropriate speech and whatnot to make sure it's good. Yep, that's fine. So with the actual, are you guys going to, like, what's your plan here to try to lure this person out of town? What's your plan to try to get them so you can, well, I suppose, have your way with them?
Who was going to do this? It was you and Laszlo, is that right?
Realistically, everybody.
No. All of us are going to do this.
Because it's going to be
This is us plan making right now.
Okay. Go ahead.
Ophios' thought is if Peredhel recently partnered with the monks in the mountains, from our understanding, that money and everything originated in Momley. It was sent from Momley to them. So having the accountant go to them for, say, there's something they need, something going on, would be of interest and would be in close proximity and take it back on a path that we are familiar with.
So more or less use the representation of the actual monks of this region to have the accountant pulled that way. And then maybe if the accountant is known to go missing, maybe it's blamed back on the monks because of everything that had happened prior. Who knows? You know what I mean? Maybe it looks like the monks are involved in your little scheme.
Ophios manipulation.
Hey-oh. Tyler's a terrible person. Confirmed.
Well, to me, Ophios.
Yes, that's what I said.
I'll say that in game, but I gotta finish eating first.
No, you're fine. So you are going to, like, that's kind of like your little plan there, which is totally an option. So how is it you want to get that information over to them? Like, how's your setup here, Rena and Tyler, for getting the accountants to actually go and speak with them? What's the message that's sent to him to spur it? How is it sent? Is it an actual runner? Is it notice? What's the plan?
Were you thinking some sort of like we're trying to entice him with some sort of deal? Are we like trying to be somebody else, or are we trying to be somebody that he knows?
Well, don't forget, a bunch of stuff went, as opposed to deal, a bunch of stuff went missing. Remember? You just stole a bunch of
that's
stuff.
right. I forgot about that. So maybe we just say we've found that stuff. No?
So I was like, no, it's my turn now.
He's like, I finished my pizza.
So based on the information we gathered from the monks previously, and encountering with them, with the help of Rita's blacksmithing abilities, and Ophios' memory of being able to do costuming and stuff like that, as a person who is well versed in disguising, but generally via magic, would figure out a way to disguise somebody as whatever would be a messenger that would have come from the monks, which probably would have been a Peredhel military person who we encountered a lot of, or something along those lines. So it would be something where we would have to go out and find a person who's generally a messenger, do some scouting research, and basically pay attention to what's happening and adjust accordingly for who's doing the messaging and things like that. The idea is we want it to look like it came straight from the monks.
How's it being delivered?
What's being delivered?
How? Like, is this a verbal message or is it a written one?
Verbal.
And who's going to deliver them?
Whoever fits the mold the best. Somebody outside of Arena and myself. It wouldn't be us because I can't disguise correctly. I can't disguise anymore based on my skill set. And everybody knows who Rena is in this town. So
Darn.
it would be a matter of getting somebody who is not one of us, one of the soldiers, somebody else. Maybe it's somebody who Nightingale already knows, somebody who works in that trade.
Or one of Laszlo's people.
Mm-hmm.
Do one of you guys have skill in disguise kit? Why do I feel like one of you guys had skills in disguise kit?
Um,
I think that might have been Yondis.
probably him.
His current character does not. Maybe Yondis Lay Boomer, meaning his old character did. Mm-hmm. Nope, even he didn't either. No. So neither of you guys have that. I mean, you can still do disguise kit. Does he have the spell disguise self? He does not. He has minor illusion, but that's not going to be anywhere near powerful enough. Do you guys have any items in your bags that would allow you to do a degree of kind of what you're talking about? Just changes basic features, because Yondis is in fact a parent, so he could in fact be the person to deliver the message.
Didn't we have a potion of change face or something like that?
You
Or...
very
No
well may.
potion.
You have lots of potions, so
No potion of change face.
it could go by a different name, Tyler. What is it? A rose by any other name would it smell so? I mean, roses.
Keen
smell
edge,
shit, so.
no. Aid, no. Undetectable alignment, no. Jump and mage armor, no.
Because you already have the cap of human guise on you, right? Isn't that how you look the way you do?
No, I'm not wearing that anymore.
What
I
is
have that hood. I have my hood.
Oh, okay. So what's the
Hood
cap
of
of human
disguise.
guise?
Speaking of which, the hood of disguise, I think you said was very limited, and I think
Correct.
you were mistaken.
No. It's not a hat of disguise. Because those are way too powerful. Oh, the cap of human guise is the one that makes you look like the gnome and whatnot, so.
Yeah.
But is it different for everybody, or is that the same? Like,
Same
like if
character, it'd be like a
Yondis...
gnome or whatever. No, it'd be the same image.
Besides
Okay.
that, in game, we would think it just turns you into whatever it turned Ophios into.
Seeing if you guys have anything else here that you might be able to use.
Oh, maybe we should open and check the chest.
Major illusion totally could work.
Where's
we
major
could open the
illusion?
chest.
I see major image.
So major image, my apologies, could totally work as like an option. Sorry, 1 second. Mirror image. There's just a lot of the wrong person.
Yeah, I don't think the cap of human guys would work. So
I mean,
what
something like
some-
major image and like somebody walking up and speaking invisibly with an invisibility potion from within a major image as they hand it off? You know, something like that could work. Literally, like it wouldn't matter if you're walking within a major image and it didn't line up perfectly because they wouldn't see it lining up perfectly. As long as you handed the illusion's letter at the same time they take the invisible letter, and then like the illusion kind of dissipates, but they have the other one forming in their hand, so it would look the same. That's an option
I
they guys
see.
could do.
The other option is we could do it as written and have somebody study and write in the way of the letter that our male Birdman dude.
That's how I thought we were gonna do it,
We could do it that way.
to bait him like that with something.
Because essentially our whole idea is to get him to go towards the monk place, saying, hey, we need to meet with you in order to make things.
We just need to get him not even all the way there, right?
No, we ambush him before he gets there.
Okay, cool.
Exactly. Ambush him before he gets where we're supposed to go. And honestly, where are you going to ambush him? If you look at that map, you guys can't see the map at the moment. Let me just kind of drop that over there. I don't think I fixed that overlay, so you guys are probably going to be a bit screwy, and I'll have to fix the overlay in a second. Yeah, Ophios is screwed up at the moment because... Here we go. So you see where the monastery is, and you see where Momley is in the map, and give me a moment to fix Ophios.
Yeah, this is the area we ambushed him before.
Oh, which area was that?
I
Sorry,
see.
ping again for me. Yeah, you can always try to do that same exact spot. Funny enough, I mean, you know the region, right? So it could totally work for you.
Yeah, and it's not like we got caught doing that at all.
Exactly. Then where's that other image I used? What do I call it? Messy pick. Add source. Here we go. We'll get Messy right up inside here, looking all sad and messy. Same as typical. Here we are. Here's Messy pick for us. All right. Messy, look at you looking all, well, you know. All right. Sorry about that, everybody.
Focused.
Super intense. I should turn his image around. Can I mirror this?
So he's facing it.
Yeah, so like really focused. Flip horizontal. Bam. Whoa. I like need to stare. Whoa. Look at that map. Whoa. There we
Is that
go.
your messy impression?
Whoa. No, my Messy impersonation is somewhere along the lines of, what's that terrible actor's name? You know, he did like Matrix and the hell's his name?
Pete.
Are you saying Keanu
Keanu
Reeves?
Reeves.
Is
Yeah,
was
yeah,
just-
Keanu Reeves.
I was
So
just
Bill and
gonna
Ted
say-
Excellent Adventures. Oh, Keanu Reeves is a terrible actor. He has no emotional depth or range whatsoever. He has one mode, and it can go as either confused or just concerned. That's his only mode. Always. No facial expression. No nothing. He can never be happy or jovial. He can never be angry. It's always just, whoa. The world isn't real. Dude, where's my car? I really like the plays that you write. You know, like every movie he's in, same character. It's terrible. But his physical acting is amazing. So, you know. Moving on. Listen, I'm just saying. If you're watching Denzel Washington, he's Denzel Washington as Denzel Washington in another movie. He does not transform as an actor. You know what I mean?
I
Just
guess.
no transformation whatsoever. He just is the same person in every movie.
That doesn't mean you're a terrible actor.
Pretty bad. If you're like, oh wow, I watched Trading Day and I don't know, Pelling 1, 2, 3, and it's the same character.
Okay,
just with a different outfit.
If you want to play this game, name another actor who does as much of his own stunts and everything else as Keanu does.
Absolutely. Tom Cruise.
Nowhere near as intricate or in depth as in depth.
Tom Cruise, who's
Tom
like,
Cruise does his own stunts, yes, but they are not the difficulty
Sure. Okay,
level.
but did
of,
did I say anything negative about his physical acting? I actually said his physical acting is amazing. I actually think his
Right,
physical
but-
acting is incredible. His
but-
range of emotion, his depth of character is seriously lacking. His inflection of tone is also really lacking. So, yeah. Like, it's like somebody gave him lithium at childhood and never stopped, and he's just like, okay, I'm just gonna be this one non-existent personality at all points in time. But he's really nice. So, you know, that's a good thing.
We're all offended.
It's okay. Keanu Reeves is an amazing physical actor and really nice. Yeah.
So how about that, Momley thing?
Okay. Now I have to show you clips of him being the same character in a bunch of movies, but not now. We'll do it later.
Discord's gonna get weird.
Who wants to strangle Scott? I mean, only people that have bad taste in acting. So you guys, Momley, you want to lure him over to the Iron Hands. So Rena, you're saying you kind of wanted to do the what's it called, the written thing anyways, and it sounds like Tyler's kind of leaning that way maybe now. Is that what you'd prefer to do, or do you want to still try to, because it would seem a little bit more, I suppose, believable if it wasn't written, if it was a personal message, it just becomes more complicated. So which one are you guys kind of leaning towards?
Well, at the end of the day, I have to reference back to whatever knowledge we had of the Iron Hand Monastery and the Iron Hand people, because we knew what needs and what wants they had. The idea is we want them to, essentially my thought process is, given what went down, they want to speak to the closest accountant in order to figure out their asks from the military and from Peredhel.
You know, they're
which is
still going to get the money
essentially-
that was promised them and never got delivered and all that stuff. Yeah, yeah.
Right,
I
right.
agree with you. Yeah.
So-
I think it's
so-
actually a brilliant idea. And
Yeah,
one I hadn't
so-
thought of prior. So,
So it's a matter of like studying them.
so you
And
still have to
remembering
study
what
them?
information we had before.
So you had limited information before, and you have pretty much a full itinerary of what it was that they had and you took and didn't take and so on and so forth. So that's fine. And you had a good amount of information, like what they were kind of bartering this for that, all that, sure. But like their communication methods, their signatures, their names, all that kind of stuff, like their idiosyncrasies, you don't have any of that information. Now, you could try to go up to them and study them, watch them, steal their papers, read them, copy them. Or maybe there's somebody else that already has this kind of information readily available.
I was gonna say, I think that's where we'd use a favor.
we'd ask from Nightingale.
Absolutely, of course. Now, again, there's multiple degrees of favor. Getting her to just get you some information is one thing, or how successful or quality of stuff she's able to get you is a different thing. So, if you guys want to
how much is the plus system work?
One.
How many do I use for a plus 10?
So 1 is roll a die. 2 is with a plus. Was it? With the plus 2. 3 is with the plus 5. 4 is with the plus 10.
Okay. 5 is a plus 20, right?
No.
What's 5 then?
You have to have a chance to fail. There, stops at 4. You have to have a chance to fail, man. You have to have a chance to fail.
What's 5 then?
Nothing whatsoever. A hug. At 5, you get I come and knock on your door and give you a hug.
I can't get a plus 15 with a 5?
No, you just get a hug. That's it. Just like a.
I don't want a hug, Scott.
But you gave me a hug. I gotta return
it.
Yeah.
No.
Okay. I guess. Rena, do you want a hug?
I mean, you don't like hugs. What's going on?
Well, okay, fair enough. I guess you can't spend 5 then. Ha!
Oh.
All right. So, I think Ophios, since this is his plan, it's not necessarily something he would have talked to Rena about. But Rena, obviously, in the room would just kind of say, he would kind of just, he wouldn't gesture because he knows she's blind. He'd just kind of be like, Nightingales. Do you know of anyone that knows Iron Hand Monastery communications, how they do things, how they speaks?
I may.
I have an ideas of how we can lure the accountant outside of Momley's.
As always, I'm listening.
See, the Iron Hand Monastery was, well, Peredhel was trying to gain favors with them. I have information, knowings about that favors may have gone sideways. Something may have happened in transit for the payments of sorts to.
Oh, you were involved in that then.
Huh?
Oh, you were involved in that then. Struck. Wrong pen.
He's not even gonna like stutter and just say and just continue on.
Okay.
And say, I see a very open opportunities to pull the accountant out of towns to meet with them, or seemingly so.
Okay. So you're looking for a meeting with them to talk about the details of the lost goods from when their ship was attacked in transit before.
Lost goods, or negotiating what the needs are and what has changed.
It was believed that the persons that did this were tracked to a degree back to Ursina. How do we know that this time they won't be tracked back to Momley, ruining all future plans?
We're not ambushing them. He's very quizzical. Like, what do you means? Tracks whose? Tracks what's?
Well,
all we're trying to do is pull him out of towns.
She was referring to the fact that you guys ambushed beforehand and got tracked back, and this time you guys will be looking to ambush again and could potentially get tracked back.
Would it matters at the end all be alls? Hopefully things are done at that point. Takes a while to find informations, especially if nobody's expecting.
Fair enough. She thinks for a moment as to whether or not she might have any contacts. Why don't you roll?
All right, we're using 4.
Ooh, Rena using 4. That good?
How many do we have?
8.
8.
Yeah, that's fine.
Do I put a space between the plus at all or no?
No.
Okay. All right. Let's hope this goes well. Shitty rolls are shitty.
Aren't you allowed to modify these with luck dice?
I don't know if that was the truth or not.
I feel like favors you can't. These are the 1d20 roll you can. I think. Anyways, so you you ask the favor, and she's like, I believe I know someone that might have a couple of past communications in storage. I don't remember if they're the originals or if they're the copies, but nonetheless, I'll see what I can get my hands on and bring them to you. Will this be good enough?
We're not necessarily talking writings, but talks, but that could works.
What degree of talks are you looking for?
Generally, as if somebody approaches and speaks on it, I would expect it to hold more value, more importance than something written. Writtens can works, for sure. I just don't know the preferred method of communication of those monks.
The sneeze went away. Damn it. I was really looking forward to that sneeze. Sorry.
I thought that was something Nightingale was doing.
That's me too.
Faerunian minute. So, she says, well, to that I can actually answer the question. They generally would prefer, if it's going to be communication over long distances, to have message sent and to have the meeting in person in their monastery. So your tactic is not incorrect. They don't generally like to travel too far outside their monastery. They're reclusive. So sending message out for people to come to them is the norm.
Yes. Perhaps we can reach out to our one contact as well, who has given us informations before.
Which contact is this?
We're talking about the Birdman.
Oh, gotcha.
Is that Nightingale asking, or?
That was me.
Okay.
Yep. Yep. She just kind of nods and says, "Very well. I will communicate with him and get you some information by referring to her other contact, and get you some information by the end of today." And then kind of give you guys a little bit of time to figure out anything else, or we can kind of flash forward if there was nothing else you guys needed to kind of work on in the short scale immediate.
Ophios would actually walk over to Renas and just be like, "So's, you agreed to the plans, but do you have any ideas of how you would rally the cause? You've been thrust into this position. It hasn't been something you chose necessarily. I'm merely curious if you're capable of such a thing. I've heard you speak before in your hometowns when people were at each other's throats, but things didn't land until a point in which I spoke more clearly than I had in a while. I'm more of curious if you have any ideas of how you would do such a thing, Renas."
Well, it's true that I don't have experience with this sort of thing. I've mostly been on my own up until this point, but I've been thinking a lot about my own experience and how similar it must be for these people, and leaning into that a bit. Making it personal, I feel, will strike a nerve that I think is going to be very effective for us.
Perhaps maybe we should find more informations about the peoples in towns to strike better nerves.
Kind of get a feel for what exactly has been done to them. I agree.
I mean, clearly it's just looking about. This town wasn't like this before. It's a shadow of what it once was, seemingly. And obviously run by thieves and drug lords and those organizations. Those are designed to prey on people's corrects.
At least the people who are left. It's not clear how many people who used to live here from before are still around. But I mean, it's worth taking a look around. Kind of poking our noses around. Maybe Scott, how long has Laszlo been here?
I don't know if you ever asked him specifically that. Yeah,
I don't remember.
No, he said that because he had commented how much damage you did in such a short period of time. He was here for several days before you guys, but not long.
Okay. We could ask Laszlo, and his men if they've communicated with anybody, but I doubt they know much more than we do. Though I don't know, like if I should go poking my nose around too much, there could still be people here, thinking about that bounty.
That is my concerns. I feel as if we need somebody other than us threes to look about. We have attracted enough attention as it is. Us asking questions alerts things.
And maybe we could ask, I don't know, one of Laszlo's men to go?
In the middle of that question, Ophios would say, Laszlo's words.
Yeah.
Made sandwich.
Jan just brought the sandwich in. I have to say, it's really good. He doesn't look like the type of guy that knows how to. I'm just saying.
How long have you been in this town?
Just over a week's time. Not much longer than you guys.
How much information do you know of this town's histories?
Oh, the history of Momley? Recent, sure, good enough. And on that, just a bit.
What happens? What has Peredhel done to this town? It seems it's a shadow of its former selves. Is that something you have information on?
These side of the mountains, Peredhel have had control for some years. I mean, we're talking long enough before any of our generations. Maybe they took the region over there when our great-grandparents were about. Maybe before. I honestly don't know. But what I can say is Momley always did pretty decent. The change-up happened not too long ago. Something with the laws or something. I don't know. It's really started struggling less than 10 years ago. I don't really know the details of that. So, some sort of decline in the past decade.
Ophioso kind of looked to Rena to ask the question because Ophios has already asked a lot of questions of him and various other stuff. And he also has observed the fact that there's a respect that he has for you. And so he's gonna look towards Rena to ask the question of finding out about the town.
In terms of just like how should we go about it, or
it's Rena's lead. Essentially, Ophios doesn't want to talk this whole thing. He wants Rena to do it because he feels Rena has the better influence.
He's saying, I'm done doing the RP, Rena, it's your turn.
That's fine. I'm just kidding. But it might be better to experience things firsthand, as dangerous as that sounds. But I feel that I can connect to these people if I can at least see what they're going through. So perhaps... Oh, sorry.
No, go ahead.
So perhaps, getting to know some of the people, at least kind of quietly, might be to our benefit.
You looking for some sightseeing? Spy on the locals? See what they're into? Without them necessarily knowing you're about, or...
At this point, Ophios would actually probably chime in and just say, We're trying to find out what strings to pull to rally the troops when time comes.
That I actually might be able to help you out with. What's her name? Nightingale whispered a little secret in my ear. I went and checked it out. There's still a barracks here in town. It still has guards in it. They just don't really have as much direction or reaction time compared to what they used to have. That barracks still has a prison in it, and in it, there's still prisoners. See where I'm going with this? So there's a man. His name is Vance Medahina. Rumor is he wasn't always a Medahina. He actually was born with a name. Well, you know how that goes. Earned his name or whatever the case may be, and lived his life that way. But apparently, he was a part of some sort of uprising that happened some years ago. Peredhel to Peredhel uprising, and well, they didn't put him down. Instead, they locked him up, and he's been sitting there, waiting for a while. Something tells me he knows how to get the sway of the people.
It's definitely worth visiting. We should go.
Oh yeah, not to mention it gives us an opportunity to strike the barracks. Unless you're looking to do things a little bit quiet.
Subtle is key. The more chance of words and thoughts provoking behaviors of such things, like a jailbreak of sorts, targeting him, the more likely they're going to expect there's something coming.
Let's see. Prison cell underneath the barracks. The only real, truly dense area of guards in the town. How do you intend to get down there and into it? What subtlety are you going to use? Personally, I say you crack an egg, scramble it up.
Do you know about how many guards there are?
We had some sites in the area. Did a little bit of scouting. There was, best as we can guess from come-ins and go-ins and not knowing all their names and ranks and whatnot, right? Looks like maybe about 24 stations there. I mean, we could pick them off one at a time, drop their numbers a little low, and when things get gritty, then they wouldn't, maybe 2 to 1. It wouldn't be so bad. You can handle 2 at a time, right?
Yeah.
Enough with your sexual innuendos.
He actually will kind of cast you a bit of a cross stare. He says, I certainly was not doing that.
That was
Reno,
me making
Reno
a joke. That wasn't an actual in-game thing, even though I did the voice. That was a joke.
He's like, puts the snakes back in the pants.
But what Ophios would prefer is the flash in the pans technique. Lure outs, reduce numbers inside, then strike what is inside to talk to the basement.
You know, it may not be enough just to figure out the struggles of these people and use that to rally them. It might take some extra provoking.
Are you saying having him speaks?
Are you saying to have the guards knuckled down?
I'm saying to make it almost appear as if things are worse than maybe they are.
You do
to kind of stoke the fire.
You do mean to have the guards knuckled down. Them to quash the people enough that they get unsettled. That they want to do something themselves before somebody stands on a box and starts shouting words to get them calling.
Ophios will literally look at Rena, like, with a grin on his face, like, I'm proud of you.
A tear. My baby's grown up and gone to war.
Oh my God.
You're not here to save these, you're here to save these people. You're here to manipulate them by hurting them. Hurting them so good.
We have to remember that she's not a goody-goody through and through.
I know, but this is definitely what Ophios has seen.
Mm-hmm.
So it's literally fitting into his suggestion of basically having other people create a commotion to get the guards to do something, and then you can sneak in as less people necessarily be there.
Yeah, she'll say, I just think a little extra won't hurt, right?
He thinks to himself and he's like, I mean, truth be told, this region's not been Tasian for many years' time, but still was at one point. I don't know. Nah, fuck it. We're gonna make a riot. We gotta make a riot, right? Like I said, gotta crack a couple eggs to make an omelet, right?
If everything's gonna happen, oh sorry.
No, go ahead.
If everything's going to happen, or if we want things to happen sort of quickly, then we may need to add that extra push.
Yep, I hear you. So, let's see, how are we going to make this happen? I'm thinking we can get ourselves our own uniforms, dress as them, and act like really terrible versions of them. They might pick up notice of this, unless we keep it a little sparse and spread out. Or, if we can get a couple more with us, maybe we just kill everybody in that barracks and run tighter numbers, but again, pretend like there's a bit more, and well, then I guess we're the only ones doing this. But
or perhaps we entice the people to cause commotions that guards would have to handle.
What about the other? I don't think that they're all thieves guilds, but I'm trying to say like the other groups or whatever.
Yeah, getting thieves guilds to fight.
What if the guards were tipped off about a certain group that may be more vulnerable?
So we get them picking off a couple of thieves guilds, patting themselves in the back, and a little bit of confidence. Maybe there's a little bit of a street war between the two of them. And then they keep taking the info, and we toss them the wrong info, and they attack a thieves guild that isn't a thieves guild, and people are riled up by the aggressive actions against innocent persons.
Exactly.
The old V for Vendetta tactic. All right.
There's also the possibility of unresolved deaths that have already taken place.
Nods. Listen, I'm willing to do what we need to get this done. So, that's all good and well. So, what's the plan here? How long are we working on this before we luring out this accountant and cashing in his final check?
Well, luring out the accountant in order for him to make the point in which I anticipates. I say both could happen within a week's time. So, if we lures the accountants, have that plan in place, we could honestly start the rallying up now before the accountant leaves. The pressure start getting put on before that happens, as it will take time for guards to respond. Our actions will seem minute at first until they expand.
When we finally do breach the barracks and enter the prison beneath, I think what you're trying to say here is you want to cause enough of a commotion, we'll call it a riot, though less than likely, unless we really get things going, that we can really get one turned up to that point. Either way, that guards go to handle it. We're moving enough of them from the equation, we don't have to worry. And that's when we strike from behind and take out the leftovers. Is this what you were saying?
Yes.
Get down there? All right.
But the key moment here is you're going to want to bring people into that barracks tubes.
You mean the common folk?
The idea is we want to create an illusion that they went to free the man who's down there.
Oh yeah, I hear you.
And failed.
Or at least drag a couple in and kill them, inside the barracks, and it'll look like some were involved.
Yes.
Either way works for me. Well, I mean, Truth be told, again, this area has ain't been Daisian for a while, so as far as I can tell, they're all a bunch of Perrin scum, if you know what I mean, right? Looks around. He's staring at 2 Perrin. His chuckle kind of lessens a bit.
Ovios is just like blank looking at him like just blank. So
She's just like, yeah, parents come. Mm-hmm.
He's like, you get it. You get it. Because usually when you're insulting the Perrin, when you're making a blanket negative statement about the Perrin, you're not talking about the race. You're talking about the people of this region.
Peredhel, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But there is that line where sometimes you're like, what do you really mean?
Oh, we got a plan.
Got a plan. And Messi's not here to fuck it up. Guys, we got to do good this time.
We gotta make it all happen right now.
Make it all happen right now. Otherwise, Messi's going to show up and guys, guess what I did? Nothing we planned for. But you know what? It turned out not so good. What's next? Why are you hitting me? Look at his face. He's really upset right now. I mean, look at him. He looks really upset. Like you just punched him and he's trying to keep a straight face because he's on camera. Tyler, are you beating Messi? It's okay, Messi.
Just literally just. Oh wait, it's the wrong arm. It's this one.
Oh,
Sorry.
There you go. You can hit me. Good enough. Oh. I went the wrong way. Damn it. All right, this pantomime show. I'm sorry. I'm no better than Keanu Reeves, apparently. Sorry.
Talking about range. Pff, sir.
I'm just kidding. His physical acting is wonderful. So, moving on.
No, but Rena is wondering, where is Yondas? Because she's still infatuated with him. Also, how's the drug thing going? She's got a lot of problems.
Oh yeah, she needs
Where's
to roll
my
for
BB?
addiction withdrawals.
Yeah, we'll say enough time has passed that she's kind of like...
How much time has passed since...
Honestly, I would say maybe 2 days. As you
Okay.
guys are kind of gathering information, letting things settle, your wound healing, blah, blah.
Blah, blah. So what save am I doing?
It was the Constitution save. I'm now doing 3 different systems in Aurorum, so it makes it a little confusing.
Yeah,
It's
I
Constitution
noticed
saving
that.
too. Oh, did you like that session last night, Rena? It was a fun one.
Yes, it was actually really cool. I wanted to finish it. I'll go back and watch the VOD again, but what I watched of it was very interesting so far. I think their characters are very different, but like it'll be a cool group. It kind of like it's kind of like our group a little bit, but then like I don't know.
But they're not terrible people. I know.
Right, they're like good people. Yeah, so I can't relate, but you know.
I mean, especially Laszlo. That Laszlo, not this Laszlo.
Right.
That Laszlo is like a legitimate. He's just a good guy. He's just a really kind soul. I mean, he couldn't hurt a flea. You know what I mean? I mean, an abomination maybe, but he couldn't hurt a flea. He couldn't. He's just a good guy. Moving on before things explode.
No. Oh no! Are you serious?
Yeah, sorry, Rena. You don't have any luck dice.
Well, at least we know. At least we know now.
Yeah.
Do we need to roll a favor for that last thing with this dude?
With Laszlo? No,
No.
he's on our side, right?
Yep. This is 100% what he already kind of tied himself in for. She, however, is a merchant. You know what I mean? So in this task, he's kind of like with you guys, unless you're asking him to do something outside of his normal boundaries. Technically, I could have had you make you roll a favor to convince him to hurt innocents, but it works. It's fine.
Doesn't need much convincing, apparently.
Yeah,
It was his idea.
It's fine. So yeah, you Constitution save. You failed at Rena. You are getting a bit of an itch, a bit of a, it's kind of like one of those like. You almost find yourself at one point in time, kind of like as these days are passing, you're like, oh, you really need to stretch out this wound. Like it really is starting to like burn and itch or whatever, and you just need to walk. You've healed lots of wounds before. This one just got infected and a little bit rougher to heal than usual. As you're kind of like going for a walk, one of the walks that you're making, kind of one of the paths that you're going along, one of the paths that you're making kind of brings you over by that house, and you kind of like it's one of those things where you look over and you're like, oh yeah, that's the house. You look back, you're like, yep, that's the house where we killed that guy. Look back again. it's the house where they that thing happens.
Is Rena going out in the town? I thought we weren't going to do that.
Well, she can wear the hood up or whatever, but like I said, kind of like get some fresh air and stretch out the wound. It's one of
Have
those
an
things
itch.
where, like, it's one of those things where you're just kind of like, oh, it was nice that even when I got hurt, like I almost fell in that pit. Even though like my knees should have been blasted and in pain, it didn't really hurt at all. It might not be a bad idea to see if there's any in that house. It might help with the pain.
Oh no.
It'd be really, honestly, it would be really nice to not have to feel this pain right now because it's really uncomfortable.
I don't have a choice, do I?
You do have a choice. You can actually make a wisdom save to try to resist if you want. You don't have to try to resist if you don't want.
Oh, definitely want to try to resist. Wisdom save, right?
Si, senora.
Yeah.
It's one of those things where you kind of, at one point in time, you stop and you give a full-on look at it, and then you take a step forward, and then you kind of like realize, like, no.
She's
But-
literally like, no, 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 yeah. That's exactly how that goes.
Exactly, just like that. It's one of those things where she actually might be. My apologies. Let me think for a second. While she is definitely remembers how nothing hurt, there was no pain there. At the same time, she also remembers how it kind of dulled her wit, and right now is a time where she needs to be on her game. So, recent events. People are saying that there might be redemptions. Oh, hey, apparently you did actually have a, from 26 minutes ago. I don't know, for some reason my areas are not updating. Not everywhere updates that. Like, even... Go ahead.
I would say don't worry about it because it was already an attempt and there was a roll after it.
No, it's perfectly fine. But I'm gonna give you guys the two luck dice that you're supposed to have. So, sorry about that.
Yeah.
It doesn't pop up over my slobs, unfortunately, even though it's controlled by slobs.
I presume Ophios would also, if it was 2 days, he would have gone to check on Snake Boy.
Snake boy.
Snake Boy. Who checking Snake? Oh yeah, you. No. Snake Boy's not. Oh, he sent word. So if 2 days pass, you go to be like, "Yo, what up?" He's gonna be like, "Nothing," because unfortunately, he'll be like,
much.
the place that you're sending me to is 24 hexes away. What's 24 times 16? That's how many miles away, or 24 times 12, whatever it is.
Oh, he
Where's
went
the map?
personally.
12 miles. It doesn't. You can't see the location because you've never been to that location before.
It was about his suppliers, the people were already shipping stuff.
Correct, which are 24 times 12 miles away. So again, it's a long trek to get supplies sent to you guys. But you asked him earlier. You asked him actually more than 2 days ago. And more time can continue to pass if you need it to. So it's actually, again, a considerable trip away to get stuff sent to you guys from here, from those other locations. They're good locations. It's just you don't have a network set up yet,
Yeah. The other thing
The
that
more you continue to like travel and move, there's less foundation you have to set up networks like that. Go ahead.
the other thing that I think Ophios would bring to Rena's attention is opening the chest.
Yes, we could definitely do that.
So you do so. You
After I do my weird withdrawal walk.
your sound just bumped for half a second. Maybe it's because you leaned in or something, but that was weird.
Oh, sorry.
No, you're fine. Just pointing it out. So anyways, yeah, you do the little walk, whatever you say. The chest. Yeah, the chest. Let's do something different. And you guys actually pull out the mini chest and you focus on it, and the chest appears in front of you, same as it always does. And then
I imagine we're doing this in a seperate room or area. From
you're
the
actually like Nightingale. Come, watch this.
Look at this.
Look at all these wonderful things that we do. So, that's fine. You can do exactly like you just said and separate yourselves or whatever. Now, what I was going to say is you open the chest, as you were just saying you would. And when you do so, however, you don't typically find the space in it like you always have before, where there's just stuff waiting for you to pluck it out. Just the inside of a chest that always seems to have supplies in it. Instead, you find this strange movement of energy kind of flowing through it and through each other, kind of like almost like battling for who might have greater hold of it. It's weird. You see both almost this like translucent light that's inside there, but at the same time this like dark, murky darkness, like a shadow inside there. And the two things are kind of like, again, waving and swirling and moving. And if you couldn't,
I want to touch it.
A better way to describe, you would just kind of assume that it almost looked like they're kind of like battling for who has control or positioning or whatever it is. Kind of like if you pulled back and just watched, I don't know, somebody play Splatoon or something like that. You know, just the colors are just kind of like all over each other throughout it. You're welcome, Rena.
Thanks.
You detect magic, and you, in fact, do detect the presence of magic there, sir. You can make an Arcana check to see what you kind of really pick up.
Can Yondis assist me?
No, he's preoccupied at the moment.
He's making those sandwiches for Laszlo.
You don't really know what this is. There's so many different arrays of magic that are inside here. Things are a bit strange. It's too hard to pick up what is going on. We
put Yondis inside the chest and shut it.
Good luck in there.
Rena, do you in fact reach in?
She kind of wants to touch it, but at the same time, she's like, it's probably not a good idea.
So you kind of like the house, like, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
Ophios
She
picks
might, like,
up a
put her
stray rat
hand,
and
like-
throws it in there.
Where's the rat come from?
The ground.
It's just in there.
He's just like, rat appears magically next to him. Yes, I didn't have to hunt for this, and this didn't take me an hour to grab.
He just throws one up because he's like, what?
Excuse
Throws
me.
it in there.
This isn't Beishra, where he has grab random rat ability, okay?
Come on! I just want to throw something in there.
Make a survival check to go find a rat to throw in there.
Is that animal handling?
He's like, I want to do experiments. And he like goes off to find this rat. And Rena, he's been gone for like an hour. Maybe he ate it. I don't know. He's been gone for a while.
I'll go find him.
Eventually, you go and you find him, and he's literally lying in front of a hole, waiting. Like, come here, rat. It's not coming.
He's
out.
got like a piece of food or something.
His tongue's going in there. I smells you.
Like, well, you're gonna get nowhere trying to hunt down a rat like that.
I threw Yondis in the chest. What happened?
You can throw you on this end.
Okay, I'm gonna touch it.
Sure. You guys like, come on. And you guys kind of head back to the chest or whatever it is. You open it back up, and same idea is actually no, that's true. You walked away, it closed, it disappeared. You have to wait till tomorrow. But that gives you enough time to get a rat. Yay!
That was a joke. That whole thing was a joke.
No.
That's okay. It gives you guys time to find out more information.
He doesn't want us to open the chest.
So later on that night, what's her name? Will meet up with you, and she does say, it looks as though we're in luck. My associates did have some old letters and other bits of information. Prior correspondence, in fact, with Peredhel, specifically here in Momley. You can use these as a template if you would like. Now, are one of you able to draft this kind of letter, or are none of you skilled in cartography?
Didn't we have someone?
Calligraphy.
Cartography is what? Dexterity?
Calligraphy, I meant, and intelligence. Specifically, actually, this is something that Yondis is good at.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
who did it. Shoot.
So, I have official word that Messi's not gonna make it. So.
Oh, is he not? Okay.
Yeah, so I actually didn't want to go very far without him because
Yeah.
this whole thing is really equated and he was a part of the planning, so it's really difficult. And I knew he would probably be the person for this.
Mm-hmm.
So
I, was like,
it was
I can
kinda
roll.
one
I
of
can
those
roll.
things.
I can rig a die roll for him. That's fine. I can roll messy.
I am of the mindset of I don't like having other characters rolled. with
Listen,
my characters.
all he does is this. Ready? Query, intelligence, bam. That's it. Look. See?
Exactly why I want him to roll.
No, look at his face. Oh, he's so upset. Look at him. He looks so upset. Oh, it's okay, Messy. Sometimes you roll poorly. Sometimes you make bad
Exactly
decisions.
why, Steve. Exactly why.
I mean, math is playing. Oh. Wow. Oh, poor. Oh, my leg is very asleep. Poor Tyler. So are you asking for us to stop here? Do we just have a small taste of Regicide this week, and we have to
A small decadent taste
decadent.
of Regicide.
We'll go on a side mission.
Oh,
Where are our
man.
horses?
I honestly would. One of the things I wanted to do was there's a lot of new skills that I think I still need to test out with Ophios as he's trying to learn to control certain things and do things. But we could do a little bit of that. But as far as planning goes, that's kind of like.
That's probably it for now. Yeah.
Well, I guess there's no real other things to. This is literally the stone wall, and I 100% respect your request, and I am not going to push back at all. So, unfortunately, everybody, hashtag blame Tyler. We can't play anymore.
I agreed.
Yeah, but hashtag blame Tyler.
I tried, Tyler.
That's fine. I'll just turn it into hashtag blame Wade.
Oh yeah, no, that's legit. I accept that. That happened. Hashtag blame Wade. Wade's fault. Everybody agree? Wade's fault.
not
Chat.
even
Can I get yays? Pogs, kappas, or any other emote automatically is in agreements to hashtag blame Wade. Silence is a hashtag blame Tyler. So I see lots of
Hashtag blame Florida. Yes, I accept this as well. Hashtag blame Florida man.
Oh, Florida man. Josh, what did you do? Hey, since we can't play, should I just call up the Thronekeeper crew and we'll
Yes.
just play that instead?
Yes.
So we should do? Just, hey, Thronekeeper, you guys want to play instead? I'm sure they don't have things going on right now. I'm pretty sure actually Doxy's live.
Doxy's playing Stardew Valley.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Doxy's actually doing a pretty long stream today. Yeah, there she is. Garbage Monster revisits Small Town. I love how she always starts her streams with Garbage Monster. It just makes me happy.
She's the coolest.
You haven't officially met Doxy yet, have you?
Not in person, but we did like meet this way. Remember when we were gonna start this campaign.
Oh, that's right. You met Doxy because you guys, this campaign was originally going to have a very different cast. We were going to have a better different cast at one point in time. And then we just kind of settled with Messy. Well, you know, sometimes you get what you get. And that's messy. Listen, I can say it because he's not listening. He'll never hear this. Don't.
It's
put
like
that
the
in
1
quotes.
week he watches the VOD.
No.
He probably won't.
He's like,
because
"Oh,
it'll
it's
be a short
shorter."
VOD.
No, he won't. He'll be like, oh, I told you guys not to wait for me. All right, cool. So I guess if that's where we're ending, we can end here. I might keep streaming. I just don't know what about yet. So just in case while we figure out in 2 seconds what we're going to continue doing, Irina, do you want to say how people can find you? I'm so disappointed.
Yes. Also, happy birthday, Snaga.
Nah, fuck that kid.
Well, I'm saying it. Anyway, I'm Rena the Destroyer. You can find me under that name pretty much everywhere. Twitch, Instagram. I have been contemplating getting a TikTok, which is kind of hilarious. I don't even know though. It's kind of one of those new like Gen Z things that I'm like, that seems kind of interesting. Maybe I should take part. I don't know. Anyway, I played The Walking Dead yesterday, which was awesome. Definitely determined to continue playing through that and some more Splatoon and stuff. So yeah.
I just found out that one of the girls that I work with, because my work situation kind of changed up a bit. She's actually has a pretty big following on Insta and on TikTok. Like like one of her, I think she said her third video ever on TikTok when she first started had 1 million views, which views there work different than other places. So, but she's been doing it only for less than 2 years, and she gets several million views per like little thing that she does, and she does the 60-second ones. And I was like, oh, cool. You know, again, I don't know anything about TikTok because I am in my 30s. So, But hey, I was like, oh, that's cool. I feel like in real life, I always meet people that do these kinds of things. It's so weird.
That's cool.
Yeah. But anyways, she has no idea that I do this because I don't tell anybody at work what I do. Tyler, you just flew in from a plane ride, so I guess you can go to bed. I mean, you can lie there and think of me. But how can people find you if they wanted to stalk you or something?
I do have a TikTok. I haven't posted anything on it.
What? That's cool.
But you can find me at as apocalypto_12 on Instagram and Twitter and here on Twitch. And then I have my YouTube channel, Apocalypto12, which hopefully I'll have a video posting tomorrow. I'm so tired. I honestly, like, it hit me after we figured out that Messi wasn't going to be here, and I was just kind of like,
oh, that's why it's not the ethics of playing Messi's character.
No.
That's why. No. The truth comes out.
It hit me after that. It honestly is the ethics of playing. It has nothing to do with that because I'm not going to sleep right now. I have other work stuff that I have to do. But I was gone 3 days down in Austin working, and so I'm trying to play catch up right now. I just opened up so much mail just before this stream and had to deal with it. So yeah, tax season is a pain in the butt when you have a business.
Oh, yeah. I still haven't got my stuff together, and I usually have it like returned by now. So yeah.
I have all of my stuff done. It's just like I have to go through everything and review it and make sure I didn't miss anything.
Oh well.
But yeah, that's kind of what's going on with me. I'm doing consulting stuff. I'm traveling a lot, and that's gonna continue. I'm gonna be traveling a lot all throughout this year. So, and yeah, I'll probably be streaming again on my channel on Sunday at the earliest.
Ew. Sunday, actually, I think from now on, like IRL, from now on, I always have Sunday off. Like pretty much like for the foreseeable future, I have pretty much all Sundays off, which I've never had a set day off with my wife ever in the history of our relationship of over 10 years. We've always worked at opposite schedules. We've always been like ships in the night. So now we officially have like a family day with like Britt, Rory, and I all have a day off together. And when the farm kicks back up in the late spring and summer, when we start going to the farm again, that means like I don't have to be like, I gotta go, I gotta leave, I gotta work. I can actually like relax and hang out at the farm and, you know, like go to like a pool or a beach or something. Like, oh man, damn it, I hate family time. I like to be alone. No, I'm just kidding. All right, I think we're good. I think we're gonna, yeah, cool. Stick around. I'm gonna do something. I don't know who though, so we'll find out shortly. Bye.